This band's a real challenge, I think, for both of us, because there are so many things. If we pick out individual things that we really like, and some combinations of things that we really like,
Yeah.
but there's still some hurdles we have to get over as far as some of the singing styles that are employed. You
Yeah.
know, I guess I can speak for you too on that.
Yeah.
So when we get one of these, a Deftones song, we don't know really which way we're gonna go.
Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Into the Music. And my name is Greg, and that guy over there, well, he's Chris. And Chris, why don't you tell the audience out there, what do we got for them tonight or today?
We have a request for, let me look it up here just to be sure I get this right. We've got a request by a guy named Mikey Cole. We've done a request or two of his already. And I think we got some more to come. It's by the Deftones, and the name of the song is, I'm assuming this is the way to pronounce it, Pink Maggit, because that's spelled with an IT instead of OT at the end.
Maggit.
So
maybe it's French, Maggit.
Like Magritte, the painter.
Look at that. You had to one-up me. You'd have
to put the T and E at the end, I think.
I have nothing. I have nothing else to put on top of that. All right.
Okay.
It's probably Maggit. That's just a stylized way to say Maggit.
Maybe that's the British way of spelling it. I don't know.
That's assuming that Mikey's from the UK. Not sure.
Yeah.
Not sure. But yeah, Mikey is a real Deftone fan. This is like the third or fourth one I think we've gotten.
Apparently, yeah.
So he wants us to go on the Deftone ride, see how far we can take it without us bailing out. No bailing out here, man. We're going all the way with this.
We're tough guys, man.
I'm actually it's starting to grow on me. But let's see if this continues my growth.
Yeah, we'll find out. So give it a listen.
If I start to have a growth.
Yeah, it could be some maggots growing on you.
Yeah.
I'll stick you. Oxygen. Set you on fire. 'Cause
I'd bring it back, but I mean, it's a 7-minute and 19-second song, but that guitar tone, oh my God, that's really interesting. I'm trying to figure out the beginning here, and Marino's voice is interesting. That guitar tone, man, that's so good. Loving the guitar work on Deftone songs, man.
afraid
That's cool. Like a spaceship landing.
Push back the square. Now that you need her in the soul, there you go. 'Cause back in school, we are the leaders of or stop your life. So you do push back the square. Now that you need her, but you don't. So there you go. 'Cause back in school, we are the leaders of all. So transpose or stop your lives. What you do, transpose or stop your life. Push back the square. Now that you need her in the throne, now there you go. 'Cause back in school, we are the leaders of it
All right, I'm back from Pink Maggot Land.
That just sounds like a wonderful place.
I I actually, it wasn't such a bad place, especially after the first 2 minutes and a half. Then it really picked up,
Yeah,
and
that was quite a long,
yeah,
slow intro.
yeah,
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 it got into
um,
that creepy kind of territory.
yeah.
Little bit like the Roxy Music song we did. It had that feel to it of
Oh wow,
what was
yeah,
that song? In every dream home a heartache. And we
yeah,
covered that
yeah.
one.
That's
Um,
not bad. Yeah,
that mood, that feeling, that mood.
yeah. I mean, I can see that. Yeah, I mean, I wrote down.
Very, lots of differences musically, but the mood.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. No, I mean, yeah, I mean, I wrote down macabre. Just very. Yeah, there was just a real heavy, depressing
Macabre,
kind of,
yeah, yeah.
very depressing.
Well,
Like
based on the subject matter, yeah, it fits.
I would, I think in one of these recent episodes, I have said I may have even have cut it out, but I mean, the way I feel sometimes is that whatever mood that I'm in, I try to find a song that matches that mood. So if I'm
Yeah,
in
you just
like
said that
a
recently on one of our.
yeah, and but that's not always the case. There are exceptions, and I'm thinking if I'm really, really feeling despondent, down and out, I don't know if I'd want to put this on because the
Yeah,
first
this
two
might bring you
minutes and
lower.
a half, it just is so heavy and it brings you, you know.
Yeah,
Um, what was interesting, I loved that guitar tone though.
yeah, I
The
did too.
effect, I
I
mean,
have to say that about all the songs we've heard of theirs. Although some of
yeah.
the tone changes throughout, it's still they haven't hit on a tone that I say, yeah, I'm not really big on that.
Because we've done a few Deftones songs, so we've already talked about some of the band members, but Stephen Carpenter is the lead guitar, and
Yeah, I'm
Chino
someone who's supposed
Marino,
to
I
be.
think is both the vocals and also he's a
Yeah.
rhythm guitar. And what I find interesting, maybe I'm jumping ahead a little bit with the song, but what I find interesting with their music, with the guitar work, to me it's really hard to tell what is the solo, what's the lead work, and what's the rhythm, because a lot of the guitar work that really stands out is just that pulsating sort of driving
Well,
forceful rhythm guitar that just keeps. So maybe it's both of them kind of really, and
yeah,
maybe Steven's
the
kind of going
whole
up the neck a little bit and just doing some
yeah
crazy things, that
that whole split between rhythm guitar and lead guitar.
yeah,
It's for a lot of bands. It's not strict roles. You know, that's almost more of a leftover sort of from the '60s as far as
yeah,
rock music goes. You know
yeah,
what I mean? Um, where this one's the rhythm guitar. Beatles, John Lennon rhythm guitars. Even them they switch it up a little bit. But yeah, I think a lot of times they just say, yeah, the other guitar is played by this guy, or just plays guitar.
yeah.
Um,
Um, but yeah, I mean, again, even in those first 2 minutes or so, just get back. I mean, just that tone was great. It was very interesting. Um, it was long though. It's unsettling, that just that part of the song. Um, and then it takes off. It just allowed the song to really go. And that's when I really enjoyed it the most. Um, and then that ending, that was pretty cool too, because then it went to almost like something like the beginning, but then there was this reverb on the guitar. Um, it actually sounded like I wrote down like a hot wire on the ground, because then you heard that guitar sounding similar to what it was in the beginning of the song, but it was even more sort of edge to it, like almost like, again, like, you just touch it and it was just like kind of like go all over the place and stuff like that. They I don't know if it was Steven or if it was Chino, but they definitely know how to get the sounds out of their guitars, and then the heartbeat at the end. I thought that was really effective too. So I think overall I like the song. Um, just the parts where there's that kind of, where Marino's voice is kind of that, stylized the way he does it. It's still something I'm getting used to. I don't know if I'll ever get used to it. Um, and I think that's kind of like the juggling act that I do with the Deftones songs. That I think that if at times with the vocals, um, you know, it's I,
yeah.
I'm trying to get around that because I think the music is so interesting. Um, And yeah,
This band's a real challenge, I think, for both of us, because there are so many things. If we pick out individual things that we really like, and some combinations of things that we really like,
yeah,
but there's still some hurdles we have to get over as far as some of the singing styles that are employed. You
yeah,
know, I guess I can speak for you too on that.
yeah, yeah.
So,
And
so when we get one of these, a Deftones song, we don't know really which way we're gonna go. Like the first verse in this,
right.
I did not like. I was like, I don't want to listen to this. You know, it was violent, you know. So, but as I read, and then I read what it was about, that it's about going back to school, the first day of school, something like that.
Well,
Well,
because
that's,
he keeps saying go, of course, back to
yeah, yeah.
school and then back to square, and then he goes back to school.
Well, I'm reading that a contributor wrote that, but that guy Chino, his explanation says the title comes from a Cool Keith song, and we thought it was some funny stuff. I don't really get that, but
Right.
song is meant to be triumphant. I'm trying to spread a little confidence. I didn't really get that from it. I don't know if you did. I don't think they're going to be playing this at the Friday night football game, you know, to get the team charged up. But I don't know. It's it looks like it's a revenge thing on a teacher or something, because there's threats in the beginning. But I won't go any further into the lyrics because I don't fully know what it's about.
No, but I mean, just one more thing with the vocals, kind of, because you just went there again a little bit. To me, it's like a tale of two cities kind of thing, that you have, you have that beginning part, and because it goes such a long time, and then that middle part that goes, I mean, it's a 7-minute song, 8-minute song, right? It's long.
Oh, and yeah, and for
But it's the middle.
for the viewers, it was new to me too. I've only listened to this a couple of times in preparation.
It was the middle part that was pretty extended. That's where I enjoyed this song the most. And actually, out of all of our listens, it was probably the most enjoyable. Like, I think that itself is like a 4-minute. Like, if they just made that a song, that part right there, that middle part,
Right. So
that was like
if
4 minutes right there.
If you listen to it again, you'd probably start at that part where it picks up, right?
I probably would. I mean,
'Cause it's kind of like it's pretty heavy getting through that first couple minutes.
not everything about the first 2 minutes is bad. Again, that guitar tone and what he was doing,
But
that
it's
just a little
smooth.
pluck of the string, like down, 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 and
But it's the
what
mood
he was
of it.
getting out of that was actually really cool. I don't know if it actually is enough to keep me interested for 2 minutes and 30 seconds. I think it was like
Well,
by 2:20, like I was actually looking at this, I was like, okay, it started to like change.
Mhm.
But that was interesting because I mean that's what we do too, right? We really we all listen to everything, and things that are like,
Yeah.
even something that's like anything that jumps out at me is like, interesting, whatever. I'm gonna try to take note of that. And that was really cool. But
it built up the anticipation.
but then
But
his vocals changed. I'm sorry, Chris, but then his vocals changed in the middle part.
Sure.
And that's what I was trying to say.
Sure.
I thought his vocals were like the best out of all the songs that we've done so far, so far. So it's just a hit and miss, and again, it does make this such a challenging band for both of us, because there's a lot there, there's some really interesting stuff, and I think you said it too. I think you just said it like maybe song to song. And I think that's the way it's going to be. There are some other Deftones songs that have been requested, everyone. So they're coming up. So and I anticipate that that's what it's going to be. There's going to be a song that we don't really, we wonder, and then there might be one with we have more like, wow, we like that a lot. So
Yeah.
this one I'm kind of mixed on, but I'm going to say this because this, and I know I cut you off, and I'm going to go right back to you, and you can try to remember what you're going to say. But the 4 minutes, because the middle part is so long and because I really enjoyed that part, I'm going to actually give this a plus overall, because that was really cool. And now I'm.
No, you're not.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see how long that goes.
Yeah.
Hold on, viewers. See,
I didn't say anything.
yeah, I was going to say that there are some songs that have a long build up, and while the first time you listen to it, the build up works because you got that you don't know what's coming next. but the next time you listen to it, you might not want to go through that build up again. So, and I felt that way about this song. Unlike a lot of Pink Floyd songs, who are notorious for their build-ups, especially for the more popular songs, most of the popular songs, where I could still listen to that build-up and it would work every time in the anticipation, even when I know it's coming.
Right.
And but for me, if I was to listen to this again, I'd probably start, a third of the way through.
Yeah, I think I would too.
Just
Yeah.
because of the mood changes, and I don't want to go into that mood
Yeah.
in the beginning.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think I'm with you on that too. Yeah. All right. But Mikey, man, you're challenging us. You really are, and we like to be challenged.
Yes.
So this is good. So I'm gonna take us out.
Okay.
Say, Chris,
Thanks again, Mikey, for
Yeah.
requesting this.
And if everyone out there
Giving
be
us
like,
a challenge.
Kofi, what is that? Well, look below a little bit, below the song title. There's hashtags right below that. There's a link to Kofi, and click on that, and you'll find out the information on how to buy Chris and I virtual cup of coffee, and then wait, you get a song request back in return. How cool is that? And if you like this video, if we made you smile, hit the like button or not, sub with us or not if you haven't already. And that said, we'll see everyone on the next episode of Into the Music.
See y'all.